Hi everyone, welcome back to the AI language. So today there's been some pretty exciting news by OpenAI and ChatGPT. They have launched something called Agent, which is ChatGPT Agent. So it's available as a tool in ChatGPT. If you click on tool, you have an agent mode and you can select that and use the ChatGPT Agent. And this has not been rolled out completely yet. So in this particular video, we're going to talk about the rollout schedule, the limits that are available with this, and also about all the different tools that agent mode has available for itself, along with the different features that it offers in this particular GUI for ChatGPT and its performance on several benchmarks that they have actually released till now. All right, so to begin with, agent mode is simply a mode which actually gives ChatGPT access to its own personal computer. So you can see that over here, and this is basically a preview of the computer screen, and ChatGPT is able to show you what all it's doing with that computer. There's a slider over here to see the trajectory that it has followed from step 1 to step 2 to step 3 and so on. This is because it might take a long time to actually do this task, so you can see what all steps it has followed over here. We can also see that ChatGPT has access to some tools over here. So you can see that it has access to a web browser with GUI. So it can see the graphics on the web browser. So a GUI based web browser is one of the tools that it has access to. It also has an access to a text browser. So that's similar to deep research, that it can actually browse web very, very fast with all the text. Apart from that, it has access to terminal and it has access to an image generation model based on which it can actually generate images as well. So here's an example of an image generation that ChatGPT did with agent mode on, and this is for one of the sticker examples that was covered in their live stream. So these are the 4 tools, and it has access to its own computer, and with all this it promises to do all complex tasks and use all these tools to fulfill them. Now let's move on to the rollout schedule. Now talking about the rollout schedule, so when can you see all this in your ChatGPT tool? So this is expected to be rolled out by end of day July 17th for all the pro users, and they'll have 400 queries per month. It's expected for the plus users soon after with 40 queries a month for them, and enterprise and EDU customers will soon get it after that. So that's kind of the update from OpenAI on this live stream. All right, so now let's talk about some of the features that were portrayed in the live stream. All right, so we've already talked about this live computer screen preview that basically runs and shows you what's happening on the computer that it's working with. So that is one of the interesting features that it has, along with the trajectory that you can see over here. Apart from that, you'll see the take control feature. So whenever it reaches an endpoint for a particular step which has a critical action, like for example, you have to provide your credit card details or you want to finish an order that it's trying to place for you, it'll ask you to take control of all the process, and then you can enter your credit card details and place that order on your own. And this probably helps prevent against prompt injection attacks, like a malicious website asking ChatGPT's agent to provide the credit card details that you might have inadvertently provided to ChatGPT. Apart from that, this also helps in things like sending off emails. So it might ask you for a confirmation before it actually sends an email out, so that it can avoid any kind of typos or any wrong information being sent. So that's an important feature that it has, apart from having its own computer and all the tools and showing you a trajectory of all the tasks. And talking about the benchmarks that they have covered in their live stream, so there's the humanities last exam, which covers performance over a wide variety of tasks, and agent mode with access to tools performs pretty well. It's around 42% the performance over here, and it improves upon the last performance for deep research and O3, etc. So that's that benchmark. And then there's another benchmark on frontier math. So this tests its reasoning abilities, advanced reasoning abilities, and again, agent mode with the access to tools performs at around 27%, which is an improvement over the previous models. So these are 2 benchmarks which are intelligence benchmarks. Then the next 2 set of benchmarks that I talk about are the agentic benchmarks. So there are 2 of them, Web Arena and BrowseComp. Web Arena is around performing real world web tasks, and you can see that agent mode is around 65%, not an exact number over here, but around 65% over here. And again, this improves on O3 and 4.0. You then have BrowseComp. So this is around being able to locate and find hard to find information. And again, agent mode is approximately something like 68 or 69% over here. And this again improves over O3 and deep research. And finally, they talk about the real world usage benchmarks. So these are the benchmarks which actually talk about real world problems as users would use it. So the first of them is around usage of spreadsheets. So this tracks the ability of the models to edit spreadsheets. And you can see that agent mode with access to the raw Excel file in the terminal, it performs somewhere around 45% over here. And this is an improvement over O3 over agent mode without access to the Excel file and over GPT-4o. There's also an internal banking benchmark over here that they talk about, which is measuring the performance of something like a first to third year investment banking analyst to prepare tasks like financial models for a Fortune 500 company. And you can see that agent mode outperforms O3 and deep research over here. It goes around 40 to 41%, and this is better than the previous models. So that's all the important information to summarize from this live stream, and let's wait for agent mode to be available to actually test it out and see how it performs. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.